What's going on, everyone? My name is Stock Indices, here with another video today. Today is October 20th. Hope you guys are having a good Wednesday today. Hope you guys are trading, making the right decisions. Um, but if you're new to this channel, the point of this channel is to give you all a overall stock market breakdown and go over economic data to put that all together with each other to make an overall market assumption. We do that so we can make the right money making trades. So if you enjoy these type of videos, leave a like, comment, subscribe. I make these videos so you can have informative information to go off of, get a little bit of my brain and what I am looking at so that you guys may take a little bit of that information and use it for yourself maybe in your own trading. So let's hop straight into this. Not any economic data reports today. We just have a bunch of Fed people speaking and just a bunch of speeches. That's all we got today. So we don't really have to focus too much on the economic data today. Markets won't be led solely by economic data, so we don't have to worry about that. So I'll leave that alone. So let's hop straight into these charts here. So I'm gonna move. Okay, so looking at the SPY, the S&P 500, S&P 500 is seeing very strong rallies, and well, not necessarily very strong rallies because these rallies aren't held by any type of volume. No volume is backing up these overall rallies that we're getting right now in the market. We had that big pullback, the retracement, and then we had the breakout from the retracement, and we've just been seeing higher highs ever since. And we haven't really seen. Let me see. We haven't really seen. So we are rallying straight into that valuary high, and so once we get to that valuary high, I think that we will see some resistance up here, and we'll pull back, maybe to this level here, right around this 441.45 area. I think that we may pull back towards there. I really truly believe that this is the second price area where it has the most volume. We also have some resistance, and so if we go here and do a fib, let's see what the fib shows us. Okay, let's get rid of that. Okay, it's not. Okay, so if we do a fib, break it down on a 4-hour chart, we can see around that level at that 447 area right here, that is an area of resistance that could be tested. Let's go back to the daily chart. So that area of resistance that I said has like the second most amount besides the point of control here. If we go here, it's about at that 50% area is where we are seeing. Let's see, it's about that 50% area that we're looking at right here. And so once we pull back down there, we go back to the 4-hour chart. The 50% area is about right here. And so if we pull back anywhere around this level, that's where we're seeing the most volume at. So I'm thinking we may pull back down there. So that means that on the 4-hour chart, we're going to be pulling back to like the 180. The 50, take that back if that happens. Since I got 50, for some reason I don't have my normal moving averages on here. My chart likes to do what it wants to do. I save it all the time, but for some reason. So yeah, I think it could potentially move back down to the 50-day moving average. For some reason, I had the 50, 21, and the 9. my TD Ameritrade likes to do it and wants to do my charts, I guess. But that is what I'm thinking will happen if we do see a pullback. We've been seeing that low volume, and it's just in a matter of time before we, get to the all-time highs here and pull back. So that's what I'm waiting for, more of a bigger pullback for me to feel comfortable to continue going long on this. But just with the low volume, it doesn't make sense to me why the market could keep rallying, especially this is just all you know sharp uptrends. Like, this isn't backed by any volume. Once that volume kicks in, we're going to either see a consolidation or a pullback of some sort, or profit taking of some sort, you know. And so that's what we're going to see. What we got down here, if we go and look at this, what we got down here, let's go back to the daily chart. We got the pullback here. We got the spike of volume. We had that consolidation just about, and at this price here with 413, we saw a lot of volume coming in. Then after that, at that price, it shot up from here. As it shot up from here, we can see that volume started to slowly get sucked out of these prices. And so now volume is not even in these prices anymore. Now we're at the value area high. So it's almost, certain that we'll see a pullback before getting to that above the all-time highs there for the S&P 500. Looking at the Qs here, Qs is seeing a bit of a downtrend after breaking out of resistance. Yesterday, we're seeing some weakness on the Qs. The Qs kind of doing the same thing, way above the value area high level, and we're not seeing much volume at these price levels. So until the value area high kind of adjusts up here, I think that we're going to pull back, and we may pull back to the 50 or the 21 and then bounce off of that before continuing higher. Or we could just kind of consolidate from here, but before the next move higher, we have to see, some sort of consolidation period, kind of like this, where we got that sideways choppiness, where those big hedge funds and the billionaire, the billionaire people who are putting their money into these stocks and building up these positions. Because when you got, a lot of money to invest, when you have a lot of money to invest into, a stock, you can't just buy 250,000 worth of shares at one time. What they would do is they would slowly enter into that position, but they would hold the offer and allow that position to kind of settle all in at once at one price range. That's why you get a lot of volume at one price. They will let that volume, they will let their shares slowly come in at one price, and then once they're comfortable, they got all their shares in, they got all the volume and the liquidity into that one price, then they take off the offer from above, they take that supply away, and then we get that shoot up in price. So that's kind of how it goes. And usually in those rallies, we're just seeing demand and not a lot of volume. We're not seeing a lot of shares entering into the market. Instead, we're just seeing the reaction after the fact. So that's what we're kind of seeing here with this going on down here. And so we're just, right above here. I'm thinking that we're going to pull back maybe to, maybe to this level here. This is a good resistance level. About down here. I think maybe we'll pull back to like the 50-21 and then bounce off of that and continue higher. But that's just my assumption. That's for the NASDAQ. The next one we're going to be looking at is this RUT. Let's see. So looking at RTY here, I'm looking at this from a different perspective at this point. I'm looking at this range here that we've got going on, and you could just see the position. This is what I was talking about, when I said that they're building up a position on RTY. They're building up something. This consolidation has been going on for months now, about 4 months. If we look down, we got, about, that was from, we entered this consolidation at like two. So it's about 9 months of consolidation that we've been having here, and that's a very long time. And so 9 months of just building up this volume here, once we do break out of this, I think that we will see a very large uptrend to the upside, kind of similar to what we had here. And let's see, I'm gonna look at. I don't have that chart anymore. It's gonna look at a bigger time frame, but you can see, kind of the same thing here. We had that going on. We broke to the upside after this long consolidation period. We broke up, but then right after that, we had this huge dump in price action. This value level did not hold up at that price. We came down, boom. The volume went away. It just had the free will to just dump to wherever it wanted to. It did. It hit valuary lows, and then it came back up. And then once it got back to this valuary high, this point of control level, it consolidated sideways, for a bit, for a couple weeks, before making its move back to the upside. And now we're kind of seeing the same thing going on here. Not as much volume though, but kind of seeing the same thing here, which could potentially happen. I'm thinking that once we get up out of there, we're going to see a nice shoot towards the upside, similar to this, or we could see something catastrophic similar to this. We just have, we have to, and I think this was during, when was this? Maybe this was during COVID. Um, yeah, I'm thinking this is during COVID, and so I think that's why we had that huge tank. So I'm thinking here we're just gonna get a clean uptrend towards the upside, which would be nice to see for RUT. Next thing we'll be looking at is the VIX here. VIX just, let's go to the daily on VIX. VIX still moving lower. We're down at 1549 right now. Volatility still showing us no signs that fear has entered the market in any way. So nothing to be afraid of on that end. Now, volatility were to pop or anything like that, then that'd be something to be concerned about. But volatility still at those lower levels. Low. This right around some of the lowest levels we've seen in a minute for volatility. So usually when that happens, volatility corrects itself. It's only a matter of time before volatility gets right back up to 18, 17. I think it'll get maybe back up to 18, 19. And once that happens, we'll see the pullback or the consolidation in the market that we're supposed to get after having this big rally for 6 days straight. So that's all I got for you guys today. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I make these videos so you guys can have informative information to really sit down, look at the overall market, look at my technical analysis, see what I'm looking at, and then implement it into your own trading. If you enjoy these type of videos, click that video up in the right corner. I make these videos every single day, 1 to 2 o'clock. Not 1 to 2 o'clock, but 1 to 12 p.m. Eastern time. You'll see a video up on my channel. If you don't, just wait around 3, 4-ish o'clock. I make a video every day. I don't miss it. So hope you guys have a good day. Trade safe, babies. Let's go.